not only did you get beat up, he hemmed you up. He punched you so hard, I guess you couldn't fight back. One punch got you like that. That's crazy to me. You let him tattoo you on your, not tattoo, spray paint you on your back with the logo of his gang or whatever. Then he spat on your face. And you just took it. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be voting. Rather get the pack and keep it over. Alright, y'all, just Dapper checking back in. And we here back with Power Go Season 3, Episode 2. Alright, so first things first, I gotta get this out the way. Yes, I was incorrect. Boo-hoo, cry, laugh, whatever. I was wrong. Sax is the CI. But hear me out. The reason why I thought Sax wasn't the CI is because he has no freaking information. At least not till the end of the episode, which is when we end up finding out Sax actually knows something. So sue me for being like, skeptical of Sax when he knew nothing. And honestly, when we get to it, but Effie was up to no good either. So it's like, I had reason to be suspicious of her, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a completely like wrong answer. It's just a matter of just like, yo, like, how was I supposed to know really? Besides the fact that like, yeah, the lady said it, but like Sax had no real CI information, you know what I'm saying? But let's get into the episode. Actually, before we do that, make sure to like, subscribe, and we're gonna get into things. Alrighty. So here we have Lauren. Lauren obviously hasn't been too useful yet in the show. They're bringing her back slowly because she can't do anything. She's stuck in the house. So I'm interested to see how she ingratiates, like I said in the last reaction, I'm interested to see how she ingratiates herself back into the rest of the cast because right now she's stuck in that house, and I just want to know how she gets out. I'm assuming it has to be a situation where she sneaks out because she's begging to speak to her parents at least, everybody who thinks she's dead, and that she's not getting that chance. So I feel like she's gonna have to sneak out at some point. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but again, I feel like that's what it's gonna have to come to because the I don't even know her name. I forgot her name, but whoever the lady is, you guys know who I'm talking about. She's not letting her out, and she's already snitched on Effie. She's already snitched on Brayden. And so clearly, and there's no other information you can really give her. So it's like, it's clearly going to have to be a sneak out effort. All right, so here we have Tate. Now, my thing with Tate is that I feel like Tate is just a bit useless right now. I mean, there's still season left. There's still 8 episodes left if they're still doing the regular 10. And I understand that he could grow, but at this point, he's had the same role pretty much the entire show. And it's kind of getting a little boring to me now. Like, for instance, how long are we going to do the whole campaign thing? How long are we going to do the, like, just shady behind the scenes move thing? It just doesn't do anything for me anymore. You know what I mean? I just would rather see him do something else. Like, are you going to sell some drugs at some point? Like, are you just going to be the guy, the black guy that, doesn't, is the really like, some hood dude, but it just puts on the front for the campaign purposes. Like, it's getting a little old because that's been the same thing since, since original Power. Kind of done with it, not gonna lie. Here we have Brayden and Kiki. Now, Kiki is a baddie. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to Brayden, for pulling it. But at the same time, I get it, it's 10 seasons, it's a very short span. But did we not rush this a little bit? Like, we kind of rushed this. Like, that's all it takes to get in her drawers. Like, protect her from, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Protect her from some, workplace harassment, basically. And, that's how you get in the drawers. I don't really see it. She said she's like turned on by money, and I guess his last name is on the building. So I don't know if they're just trying to give off the gold digger vibe. I don't know what they're trying to do here. It just moved a little too quickly for me. But we'll see what their relationship turns out to be because I think he does like her. I don't know if she really likes him that way. We'll see. Now we have Drew and Everett, and I just don't understand why this is even still a thing. Get rid of this. And I'm hoping we saw at the end of the episode that this does depart. But I'm hoping that's it, because at the end of the day, like, I'm just, it's nothing against the gay thing at all. It's just like this storyline just doesn't make sense anymore. It doesn't. Because I don't know what Everett wants from Drew. Drew has, like, Drew has explained to you what his life is like, and you thought that was going to change overnight. Like, I don't really understand where, you know, where that was going to change. So them even being back together after the initial, split apart, it just doesn't make sense to me. His cousin just died. It's suspicious reasoning. So it's like, what are we even doing here? Come on, Power. And then this guy, Officer Douchebag here, I just don't understand his purpose either. I just don't really like him per se. Like, I just don't like his face. I really just don't like his face. So honestly, him showing up and just being a douche, like, you're supposed to be on desk duty and you're just out giving people tickets and all. Like, somebody tell his boss and get him fired. What are we doing? Like, the DA agent don't like him. The other lady that's with Sax don't like him. Why is he out pushing these boundaries and nobody's saying a word about it? The first time should have been enough. Pack him up. He's out of here. All right, boom. So here, first of all, this is a great shot, first and foremost. If you know, you know. But this is a great shot. And I like the fact that they obviously have to step it up. They know they got to step it up to move all that product. And they finally, Tariq, lets Brayden convince him into, basically getting their hands dirty where they work at. And I'm not mad at it. My thing is, I just know this has to implode at some point, and I just want to know where it comes from. Like, I'm interested to see who's gonna mess up the chain, because, we find out that they basically get the other guy so basically they have to end up getting their supply from a new person, which is gonna be, Tariq and Brayden on the low. Now, I just want to know who's gonna snitch and who's gonna, is it gonna be a Brayden mess up? Is it a Tariq mess up? Or is it going to be one of the employees? I'm banking on one of the employees spilling the beans unintentionally and that getting back to them and them having to fix that. That's the way I'm interested on this plot. It's like, who's going to mess this up? Because it's going to get messed up. I want y'all to listen to this audio real quick.
Hey, man, yo, you got the time?
Now, I don't know where y'all are from, but where I'm from, somebody asks you got the time, you tell them you ain't got it. I don't care if you're wearing a watch. I don't care if your phone is in your hand. I don't have the time, sir. And you keep it pushing. Because back in the day, if somebody asked you if you had the time, that meant you were, like, it was probably like a 70-30%, 70-30 split on if somebody actually needed the time versus them trying to actually just catch you off guard, steal your phone, or just deck you so that they can probably end up stealing your phone anyway and your belongings beat you up, whatever the case may be. So this is crazy to me. I don't know how Drew was supposed to get past the Empire, and Drew can't get past rookie mistake number one, which is, yo, you got the time, my man? That's ludicrous to me. Absolutely ludicrous. And then it get worse. Not only did you get beat up, he hemmed you up. He punched you so hard, I guess you couldn't fight back. One punch got you like that. That's crazy to me. You let him tattoo you on your, not tattoo, spray paint you on your back with the logo of his gang or whatever. Then he spat on your face. And you just took it. You just took it. He spat on your face. I would have had it up to here with the spray painting on the back. You can't just, I'm not your property. Don't just spray paint me. But then you gonna spit on me? If somebody spits on me, I don't care if I have no life left in my body. I will muster up whatever I can to make it so that I can at least somehow respond in a violent manner. Somehow, some way. There's absolutely no way I'm just sitting on the floor and spat. Like, there's absolutely no way. No way. And they was trying to give this guy, like, that's how you know the pops is bad news. And we gotta get rid of the pops. Because ain't no way, fam. Ain't no way. All I gotta say is I don't really like this relationship. I get it. Diana needs another love interest. Apparently everybody in the show just has to have a love interest. So be it. But this is just weird to me. I don't like it. Then you're gonna hide in the closet when Tariq and Effie show up. Like, for what? For what? Like, is this to keep up the rich girl look? Or you just don't want to see Tariq? Like, you have class with him. So I'm confused why you hid in the, like, somebody explain it to me. I don't know what the point of her hiding in the closet was, because college students are inherently broke. Tariq and Effie are moving weight to pay for school and all these other things. It ain't no shame in working behind the counter to go get some coins for some books. And the thing is, I feel like Effie already knew she needed the books because she said that in class. So what I don't understand what this is about. And then these two linking up kind of took me for a loop. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see this coming. But then it made sense, obviously, of how Tariq ends up getting the internship, because there was no internship with Rashad Tate anymore. And it's hilarious because it brings together, I guess, the point, and I guess the storyline, the main plot line of this season is that, you can't trust anybody. Nobody can trust anybody because everybody has their own motives. And I guess that's the point that they're driving home with this scene, especially because for Brayden to go behind Reek's back after going and testifying against himself and for Tariq to have his freedom, it's just crazy. This is just sad. This should have been ended. So it's sad to see because it should have ended. It's not sad because of what happened. It's sad because this shouldn't even have to happen, because it should have been ended. There's no way. Like, he's going to OKC to go play on the G League or whatever. Cool, let him. You are part of a drug empire. You cannot hang on to him. Your father didn't want that happening. Kane didn't want it happening. And it just wasn't working regardless. Why are you hanging on to this? But I will say, getting jumped and having no sympathy, or he didn't even get jumped. He got beat, his butt whooped. And then him having no sympathy alone, I'm leaving you. Because you have no sympathy, and I just got beaten, spat on, tagged with somebody else's gang logo. Nah, you're out of here, bro. Yeah, finally Sax makes his CI claim at least a little more valid, because he finds the phone in the names are escaping me, Method Man's character's desk, and that phone is a burner that leads directly to Monet, and he figures that out. So now he has some type of CI information. What he does with it, or what they do with it rather, we'll see. But it's interesting to see where this is gonna go, and what this will end up being a chain reaction for. Course perfect, not course correct anymore, but course perfect. Really, Effie? Really, that's the creativity we got. No longer course correct, it's course perfect. No, come on, y'all could have tried harder than that. This is one of my favorite parts of the episode, and it came at the end. Kane finally bossing up, because earlier Lorenzo sends Kane to go find the killers. By the way, which Kane found very quickly and easily. I want to know what kind of connects he has, because I don't know how you find a pilot and I guess a co-pilot that within hours and have them in a hangar where nobody, it just seemed, I don't know, those are very crazy connects to have if you sell drugs for a living for your entire life. But who am I? Either way, this is one of my favorite parts, because he finally gets he knows that his pops killed Zeke, and now he gets to use it against him, because remember, his pops didn't want to move the weight just because he said to. And then on top of that, Kane's already holding against it. He doesn't want to pass off the throne to him. So now it's like, all right, bet you don't want to do any of that. Now you're going to work for me. And I think that's super gangster, especially with Kane. That's Kane, one of my favorite characters in the show, because he's a savage. He's just like, yo, I'm going to do whatever need to get done. Kane done caught 80 bodies in this 3 seasons of the show, and this show is only in 2 episodes into the 3rd season. So he just goes to show, Kane is he's him. I ain't gonna lie, he's him. He's stupid, but he's him. But he's just maturing a little bit, as you can see, and I like to see that. All right, but with that being said, that wraps up this power recap. I'm just trying to point out some storylines, some funny points, some weird points, just to react to them with y'all, and get y'all opinion if possible. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like the video. If you don't like it, don't dislike it. Just move away. There's no need to click that button. Leave a comment if you have a disagreement. Or you agree with something. And we're out of here. Big dripper stand up in the ocean. Everybody trapping, we get lost. He ain't focused yet.